Thank you. Yes. Yeah, just turn it on. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Are these your cases? Okay.
Is this you? Mariel? Maybe it's John's.
Okay.
Fire hazard.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna leave these here, actually. Cool. All right. So you want to tape this stuff down and stuff? Check. Hello. 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 Check 1, 2. Oh yeah. I was using it last night. Nah, not that stuff. Should just use the real gaff. Here it is. Cool. I guess the other thing to watch out for is my battery. And I don't know if we have more batteries in here. I think it takes AA. Okay.
I got like 4 new batteries.
Okay, cool.
So if I hear it fading, I'll...
Yeah. Check. Hello. Test. Hear myself. You want coffee? Oh, you got coffee.
Good, thanks.
I'm gonna go check downstairs. I guess I should get ready for people to come in. So you can finish taping that stuff up?
Absolutely.
Cool. I'm gonna wait downstairs for the folks. I'll probably turn my lav off for right now.
Okay.
Save some battery. What'd you bring?
A couple mics that look like you guys didn't have.
Okay. Awesome.
Just random stuff. I don't know.
Awesome. That's
Looked
great.
like we're on a short schedule, but
Sure.
Did you grab Peter's camera?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
It's next to the. It's up at the top of the
perfect.
thing.
And also, the bass player is like really close to the door. He doesn't have a long enough cable. Is it possible to get a longer cable for him to like be with everyone else, or it's not possible?
No.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. There's only one quarter-inch cable.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, totally. We'll do that.
Alright, 'cause yeah.
Well, yeah, we should head up. I mean, there's still more people on the way. Would you mind waiting down here a little bit for them?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll just send them up.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good.
Do
Wow.
you want the scissors to stay down here? You got your scissors too, because you never seem to have scissors.
Yeah. No, they should come upstairs. Thank you. Projector. This is great. I'm so psyched about that. So thoughtful. Hey, how you doing?
I'm Tyler.
Tyler, nice to meet you. I'm Brian. And this is the folks. Everybody introduce yourselves. If you want coffee, Tyler, there's coffee here too. Let's see.
Here, let me use the scissors real quick.
Yep.
Is that guitar for decoration down here or just
The one on the wall?
Yeah.
No, it's just to free up some guitar stands upstairs.
I came in, I was like, oh yeah, decoration down here. That's like a nice.
Yeah,
Outside of,
it's I generally don't leave them here because it's the one like
Yeah, right.
that door doesn't shut easily all the time and people leave it open, and so that's the same thing. Like I always tell people, don't leave your computers right in the door. Nothing's ever been like taken, but yeah.
Except an iPod or what did you lose one time? Something music. An iPod or an iPhone?
I don't
Oh
think
no, that wasn't here. That
Yeah.
was in Steel City.
Oh really?
Eli's had like 3 iPods walk away
Wow.
with like 3 billion songs on them.
Yeah. Well. So all right, cool. Well, yeah. Let's head up. Let's see what we got going.
I remember to dress warmly today.
Yeah. Although it's gonna be warmer today, right? Did you find the camera? It's right here.
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. So, do you have sound now?
I hear you, but nothing else. Makes sense.
That makes sense. Hello, everybody in the world. All right. All right, so. You would think it would occur to me to.
Chairs for Christmas.
I saw there were pictures, the dead milkman had pictures taken, and I was like, oh my God, those chairs look awful.
If I had time, I'd make you others, but I don't think it's even worth it. There's no
Yeah,
fluff left.
yeah, they were always kind of tight, like, you know.
Well, you need something supportive if you're sitting on
Yeah, John keeps wanting me to get like some fancy schmancy high-end.
Put them in your Amazon wish list.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. So yeah, so you're good, David?
Seems all good, yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let's get started.
I need a longer, what you call it?
Yeah, you can. There's longer cables. All right.
Right. Is
Yeah.
that for downstairs?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, thanks.
Yep. Sounded good from downstairs. Yeah, totally. It's gonna be cool. Cool. You set up all your symbols on this side.
Yeah.
Okay. Weird, but that's cool. No, it's good. All right, so I guess what we're gonna do is I got like at least the mics and cables run. We'll probably start by getting the drum set up, getting sounds on the drums. We'll do the bass. What are you guys thinking, Mariel, in terms of a basic track? Are you thinking all four of you guys playing together for a basic track, and then?
I was just thinking rhythm guitar, bass, drums.
Okay.
And then laying.
Your guitar.
Yeah, my
Yep.
guitar. Because we're still kind of working out, I think, what we're going to do for the second guitar part.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be the whole time.
Okay. Cool. That sounds good. Yeah. Then what we'll do is we'll get the drums happening first. Everything's set in place for you, right?
We're all set. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's do it. Oh, and Mark, I think this is a good cable. I think.
Get rid of this one real quick.
Oh. So do you guys want to be sort of hands-on with the mic placement and stuff like that? I mean, especially you guys have seen this a billion times.
Such a good way to start a Saturday morning.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Set that up too. Let me grab the track list. Oh, Christopher, so this is what I have going right now. Are there mics that you think you'd want to pop out and try something different?
The one thing you want to try an actual D12 instead of the 112?
Yeah, we could do that.
I've actually got a vintage D12.
Yeah, I had one. It died, and once they die, you can't do anything about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab your D12. That'd be awesome. I'd actually be really interested. Are you okay with it going inside of the drum?
Yeah, sure. That's what it's built for, right?
Yeah.
I also have the new T-Funk kick mic, which I have not even...
Oh yeah, actually, I want to get one of those actually.
It just came, so I haven't even used it yet.
Yeah. Maybe it would actually be cool to put the maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll try the what's that?
I love the shock mount inside this thing.
Yeah. Ours was great for years, and I really liked it. Did you guys ever use the D12s or the D112s? It's a hey Leo. Hey. All right, so let's do this then. I think what we should do is swap out both our kick mics, right? Let's do this on the outside and this on the inside. Make sense?
I mean, this has a lot more high end than that does. If you put the switch on, it's got like a high boost.
Then maybe that on the outside, this on the
So we have
inside.
to see, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're right then. Okay, so we'll do that.
But I like playing a bass guitar in front of this. That was the only thing I tried.
Yeah.
Very
I
different sound.
plan to get one myself.
Try it out first.
Yeah. We did have one here, but we didn't have long enough to even plug it in and see, So.
Well, I saw you guys had a ton of T-Funk stuff for one of the
Yeah.
episodes.
What is the Telefunken called again? It's
M81?
No,
M82.
M82. Yeah, all right, let's do that. Let's see. Do you have a clip for this?
Oh, no, but it fits in a pretty standard clip.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's a little bit loose. I can see we have like tape put around our thing to widen it. I think I might have something.
I don't think it's long enough.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think that's going to fit any tighter. Oh, no, even that's loose.
Yeah, it's okay. I think I can come up with up with something. Or, if you don't mind, I'll just put a little bit of gaff tape to hold it in.
That mic has seen far worse.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, David, where's that gaff tape? Excuse me, guys. Cool. All right.
I sort of kind of bought it off a live company.
Oh, yeah.
I rented it and then said it got lost and paid them for it.
Oh. Oh,
Because I was like, I can't just go buy one of these.
yeah.
This was being sent out for like rentals in New York City, and I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
not right.
Who is the rental company?
All right, I'm gonna get out of the way.
I have our friend Joel Marwitz rents a lot of stuff in New York. Ecstatic Electric Audio is his company. He has he has a phenomenal gear setup. Just phenomenal. And he's always been super supportive of everything we do too. He was the one who got us, like, years ago, those Gunter Wagner 47, which is basically an all original 47 parts.
Wow.
Assembled by this New Zealand gear, or actually a New Zealand Neumann repair guy, basically. He'd just been storing up parts, and he had enough parts for 100 47s, all original parts. So it's pretty cool. It was a neat opportunity to get to try that out. I think they sold out. He basically announced he was going to do it, and it sold out at, I think, $9,500 each.
I'd love to have one, but that's an awful lot.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get like a vintage Neumann. I mean, I'd love to have a great sounding one.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have to buy 10 of them to find one that doesn't.
I know. Yeah.
Most of them just sound really bad.
Yeah, I kind of.
People will be like, oh yeah, this is my '67, and I'm like, this sounds like crap.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, but
Yeah.
my Bronner I paid like $900 for sounds better than this.
Yeah. Right.
But no, that's awesome. The new parts.
Yeah.
The original parts is that what a 47 sounded like when it was new.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, oh yeah, and let me take this off. So, all right. This is going to be cool. I'm glad you brought this stuff. Yep. Oh, here.
Oh yeah.
Always the worst when these disappear. You know what I mean? You're like, I can't do anything now with this stupid stand.
What I hate is when you can't get them out.
Yes. All right. I wonder if we'll start with a high boost off.
Yeah.
And then it'd be interesting to hear this the kick dip too.
Yeah, it gives it a little. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
But it kind of kills a little boxiness.
Yep. Ah. All right. So, yeah. So, do you guys want to help me get these positioned and set up and all that stuff? No, we're actually going to use both of them. We're going to put one on the outside and one on the inside. We're swapping out. Christopher brought his couple of mics. So usually we use the D112 and then the KSM 32.
Yeah.
So
That's sort of for the snare because I did the M80 and 57 over there.
yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah. So the complicated one is just this guy, getting the D12 inside. If anybody wants to take a whack at that, it's always just a little bit insane.
So it has to go lower or just 10?
Well, it's like what you do is you get it in there,
And then push it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you kind of try to straighten it up so it's pointed roughly at the beater.
Where do you want it?
Where the beater is.
So it would be pointed towards the center. If you look through, you can see it. Right? So it would be sort of like this. Here, let's see. If you take a peek, it should be roughly like that.
Got it. The front is pointed now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's a side address mic.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure it's not touching that.
Okay.
And then this guy, if you want to pop that in, what I've been doing. You guys have probably heard me say this a bunch, but like, you know, I usually sort of try to get people to commit to like dimensions, like or distances that are like easily replicatable, which for me are like my fist or like 2 fingers or 3 fingers. So this mic, this outside kick mic, I would put at about 2 fingers distance from the beater or from the outside head. Yeah, try it. Do it more towards the middle. I actually do it sort of straight up the middle. Yeah. It's and I'm psyched to try that Telefunken mic. I keep telling them I'm going to buy one of those. So.
I listened to some of the clips and it's got basically 4 different modes.
Yeah.
It was hard to really get a feel for what it sounds like listening to it. But
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it.
Is there any orientation to that one?
This one is front address like this.
Is that far away?
That's a little far away. I would do it like right up against. I try to get it as close as I can.
No criticism. I've seen him do it like a million times.
Yeah. And I actually might put it up a little bit higher. Just like that. Right, so, yeah, I always do that.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to set up, you should do the snare. Do you want to do the tom mics? Because you know how we do the fist distance?
This one?
Yeah, it's going to go up above here, like facing that way. It's kind of cool because he doesn't have a cymbal over here, so it makes it real easy to do that.
That's why I did it.
Yeah. Collar here. If you loosen that, you can pull it up. Right. So yeah, there you go. So now you can go up higher. Oh, yeah. And of course they're crappy stands, so they
Is there a particular
fall.
way you want this on the head? Or?
There you go. Yeah, like something like that looks good. How high are you comfortable with putting your hi-hat up?
There's
Could you go up 1 inch?
how about if I move it to the side a little bit?
Yeah, it's
Interference with this mic, is that what we're doing?
well, yeah. I mean, in a weird way, I always ask every single drummer, how high can I get you to put your hi-hat up?
I could go
I know some people are pretty stuck. Everybody wants it to. Everybody, I think, likes the look of it low. But the thing is, it's like you end up getting actually, if you have more swing, you get a better tone out of your snare.
And for me, it's accessibility on how fast and intricate is something that you're doing.
Yeah, sure.
Distance from one to the other.
Right.
On snare bottom?
I think I need more.
Okay.
I don't know how I get this one up.
Oh,
over.
so then,
That one.
yeah, it kind of keeps going up. There you go.
I put this on snare bottom or top two?
Snare bottom. And yeah, and so so you guys want to check out what we're doing over here.
And Brian, we have a question about phase and things like that to look out for.
Okay. You want to keep a list of the questions, and when we get to like a good point, we'll answer a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
Parallels?
Yeah, I'll get that. There's so many pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, the thing I was sort of pointing out over here was it's like no dig on any particular drummer, but I just always ask how high a drummer is comfortable putting their hi-hat up, because I think people really like it being low, but in a weird way, tone-wise, you'll get a better snare tone if you have a little more swing, and once you cross over your hands over one another, it just, a lot of that snare tone goes away. It's actually weird, like sometimes when people, they go between hi-hat and ride, right? And all of a sudden when they're on the ride, the tone of the snare just comes to life.
Oh, all right.
And it's great, but then when they're crossed over, it's just, it's all wrist and the variability is really tough to deal with. So that's why I kind of ask, like, how high can you go, and you just go for it and see if you can get it to get people comfortable with that. That looks good. So you got that sort of
it's
like
not exactly tight in the stand. But
yeah.
what
Now
else
you
to do?
probably when I do this guy, I usually I usually do it just a little bit less than parallel, right? So something like that, and you still might want to get that a little bit closer. Yeah. You can pull that a little closer. I'll pull this. I'll do the same thing with this guy over here. Let's see. Yeah, so same thing. This stand is much more limited in its mobility, but if you want to go ahead and do that. The KSM32s, I think, should be, yeah, they're at minus 15 and the little thingy is flat. The EQ is roll off is flat. Oh, is it stuck? Try the collar at the no, the other the bass collar. Yeah, that way you can get higher. Our stands are so shitty.
It's always the hardest thing is finding a stand, like getting stands that work together and then make sure they all can get.
This is the thing that always just kills me is like anytime we do a video shoot or we do anything in here, like Peter and or even other like engineers, they'll grab stands to hang like China lanterns from. And it's always the nicest stand, It's always the one that like, oh, that's the one that works, like that's the one that, and it's got like a IKEA China lantern affixed to it. Yeah. So same thing with this one. I'm basically gonna sort of, make it a little bit more of an angle like this,
Wider,
a little bit wider, tiny bit. Yeah. Yep. Okay, now here's the next consideration, right? Can this go up any higher? Like even like 2 inches? Because here, right now, what's happening is, if you see that, so this is the diaphragm of this microphone. It's going like this. Anytime that your cymbal goes like this, and then it sways back up that way, you're going to hear the phase, like a swishy phase thing, Yeah. So if there's any way to get it, yeah, however much you can get it. Cool. Yep, that'll be helpful. That'll be good. Let's see. That guy get bumped. All right, cool. Let me do, I'll set up the overheads again. Where are those scissors? Oops, that's not the one. So I'll probably need to get where you're sitting right now. Now I'm only finding all of the short ones. Thank you.
Is that
No, I keep ditching the short ones.
As far as like diaphragm being like parallel to the drum head, like I mean I've heard before it being like when the diaphragm's more parallel to the head, you're getting more of a tone, and when it's more off axis, you're getting more of the attack of it. Is that?
I don't really know. I mean, I think the theory is sound, but it's just different for different mics I've found, you know? Like I just realized, because I was always doing it like that too, thinking like, oh, I want attacks, you know, just doing it more in theory than in practice and what you're hearing. And I always was putting like an angle. I was putting, facing it across towards the center. And then one day I did it like this, and they sounded awesome. So.
Depends a lot on how they're tuned too, because that changes
Yeah.
where the notes form when it resonates.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the crazy thing about the drums is that you just look at them, like there's so many variables, you know, and then how the person plays them is going to play a equally humongous part. So. Let's see. Oh, look, I see your buddy walking by. You should go get him.
There's a sign on the door.
Yeah, it's tiny. All right, so this is our, hey, David. Oh, yeah. Do you, by any chance, want to try to get the camera closer for this this act of pure genius that's about to happen for everybody in the world to see? Not really. Oh, yeah? Yep. What's his name? Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. All right, let me quick grab him. Well, actually, yeah. So I think interestingly enough here, I think, so where I would set, we're going to do these three overheads the way we typically do them, right? It's two small diaphragm condensers and then the one ribbon in the middle. My biggest consideration for where to set this mic would be like the drummer's likelihood of smashing it while going to the cymbal, but there's no cymbal here. So we might be kind of getting a free pass to set this a little bit lower, which could be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to probably set this like that. Again, sort of worth noting, or this is our own technique. This isn't the Recorder Man technique. It's sort of bastardized version of the Recorder Man technique initially. So things about it are a little bit different. Let's see. Did you find him?
Yeah. I've been walking around for like 15 minutes. I had no idea where it was.
Oh. All right, let's see here.
I know what the front one look like from Google Maps.
Yeah.
Crappy stands are gonna sag. Hey, how's it going? All right, so first one. So this overhead is going to be positioned as close as we can get it to sort of directly over the snare, which I think in this case we're going to be pretty successful with that. These are these Elam 260s. Did you ever try these, Christopher?
No, I'd like to hear them.
They're-
I have some Mic Tech C5s, but yeah, I want to hear these sound.
These are really good microphones. And I think this would, yeah, I don't know. They're very smooth, small diaphragm condensers, which is cool. All right.
Yeah, I'm always on the lookout for something since the demise of the EKM84.
Right.
Can't stand the replacement noise thing.
Yeah, we have a pair of the KM 184s, and they're sort of hard sounding.
The Bayer MC930s are pretty nice. They sound a lot like an old 84.
Oh yeah.
A pair of those, and the Mic Tech C5s I have are pretty good. But I haven't heard these.
I remember the Mercenary people making something that everybody said was good. In fact, Michael Wagner said it was really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like called the KM69, which is like right up there, adolescent humor. So the one thing to point out here too is that when you're positioning these mics and you're using all this string biz, you're not just using the string for distance, you're actually also using it to align the mic to be pointing at exactly the place where the string is going, right? So we're setting this mic, I am setting this mic to be as sort of in line with this line. And then same with here, like you don't want to just use it for distance and have it like pointing like that, because that sort of doesn't make sense. You want to be using the sort of ray of the string to do that. Again, like people always like freak out when they see that I let the node of this little triangle move, but because the recorder man technique would be to hold this exactly as is and then put this mic here. So minor difference. We're not doing that. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. And then let's get this guy. Actually, someone want to give me a hand? Chris, could you give me a hand with this? So I'm going to, these stands suck majorly. It's going to be, I want to, if you could, I basically want to get it about right here. Yeah.
Which way are you going to have it facing?
Down. It's going to be facing towards the snare drum. So it'll be like right here. Yep. That'll be good. And
Good?
yep, that's probably pretty good.
Down a little more.
No, I think that's about right. One of the actually now it needs to go up. There we go. Probably let that go. Yep, perfect. Have you used one of these?
Yeah.
Unbelievable mic. I feel like it's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah, I have a 84, but I really want to get a 44 at some point.
Yeah,
It's just a lot of money.
I know.
So I'm really torn between that, and they have that, and they have the KU4 reissue.
Yeah.
The cardioid ribbon.
I don't like that mic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't.
We tried it on vocals, and it lost to a buyer, but I really liked it anyway.
Yeah.
It was my second favorite after the buyer.
Yeah. All right, so this looks good. No, I think we're good. All right, so does anybody have any questions about what we got going here? Let's see.
Do you just tape it to the center of the
Here, come closer. Actually, I
you tape it to the center of the bass drum head?
yeah. So we started by taping the taping the one end of the string right where the beater is, the other end right at the center of the snare. Do you guys have any questions? Anybody have any questions about any of this stuff? I know it's kind of like a slightly esoteric method. The toms, we have Shure KSM 32s. Yeah. Do you guys have those at the program?
No, we don't. I wish we did.
They're good mics.
I've been using actually Royer R121s.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a different. Yeah, those are ribbons, but
Yeah.
those are great.
I've actually been using them for like, they sound really nice.
I'll tell you, we've used the 84 on the toms, the R84 AEA. That's a incredibly thick, rich sound.
I've never done it.
And actually, it was the guy from AEA who did it. He came here because I was like, I'm not gonna put that on there, and he's like, no, let's do it.
Actually, with the 1-2-1s for like a hip hop kind of like sax kind of recording.
Yeah.
One right out here and one in between here.
Yeah.
Facing both directions.
Yeah.
It kind of like sound like older and just kind of like dirty.
Oh, cool.
It was a little bit like, I was like, this might break. I might just destroy this microphone. And
Oh.
it totally worked fine. It was it sounded great.
That's
One
cool.
problem with that though is it's figure 8, so you're gonna get just as much half.
But that was kind of
That's what you
the point.
wanted? Okay.
Yeah. It was like a hip hop like.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have a null. It's got
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
100% lobe in the back.
Because I wanted the high and I wanted the snare, so I wanted to go with both of them.
So this is so I guess the next thing we're just going to do is place these two room mics, right? We have these. We're going to be using these fat heads. One of the things that we discovered a long time ago was that people usually think with room mics that like the more roomy you want, the farther you get the mic away from the drum set. But then the problem becomes the time delays that you're stuck with, right? So what we discovered that I think is pretty cool is if you use a figure 8 mic and you just point the null towards the source, depending on the microphone, it can sound really far away. But it doesn't have the time delay, doesn't have the lag, So we've been sort of doing that. That's what we've been doing. We've been taking two of these cheap Cascade fathead mics. In an ideal situation, we get two of the 84s, and that's an amazing pair of ribbon room mics, But and then another thing I point out every time we do this is that people just by default, because this is the way the drum set is facing, they think to themselves that the stereo spread of the drum set is like half that way from straight on the front. But the thing that we've found is this angle here is actually much more the straight, like the divider, If you really look at it, if you come from over here, you can kind of look at the drum set and see that basically, this is pointed out a little bit this way, but you're looking straight at the dividing line of the snare drum and the kick drum in line. And then what happens, but the rack tom is like nicely positioned to one side of that dividing line and the floor tom the other. The ride cymbal's right down the middle. It actually works out for a 4-piece kit, which is kind of a standard kit these days. Again, it works out a little better to think of this as, our dividing line. So what we've been doing is, let me see here. These guys are up real high. The other thing is when you put these room mics closer to the floor, you get more low end, which is sort of what we're trying to get. So this will be the first guy, right? This one here, and then we'll sort of try to come up with a sort of related, similar angle from over here. These might be a little weird, a little wide apart. And when I do it this way, what we're really trying to do is, with these nulls, we realized the one thing we want to reject more than anything in the room mics, at least here, is the bass drum. So we actually use our string again to basically try to create a sort of mirror image, stereo. Again, keeping in mind that we're thinking of this something like this as, somewhere in between here is more of a front image of the drum set, right? So let's see here. This is what I've been doing. I'm taping this guy here, and then let's see. I dropped my tape. So this was my this is where the need for the protractor came in. And Karen Lyons saved the day by buying us a protractor today. I don't even know how to use a protractor. It's funny me saying, like, I need a protractor. It's like me saying I need an astrolabe. Okay. So same thing, like I'm using the string lines to line up the rejection of this mic. So I'm actually going to line this. This is going along this line and rejecting the bass drum. How do you use this? I guess I go like this. Let's see. I guess I'd...
So you put the 0 at one thing you want to measure, and then...
Oh, right.
Or you can just subtract the difference between them if you want.
It's easiest if you put one on, hold your string.
Yep.
And then you put one on 0.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you're at...
So that's a 20-degree angle.
20 degrees.
20 degrees. And again... Yeah, so let's see how well this works. This would be really cool. So this comes a lot wider, actually. All right. We'll see how well this works. All right. In theory, oh, wait a minute. And yeah, right. So does that make sense? So basically what we're doing is we're setting up, again, we're setting up the like rejection point of this figure 8 microphone to reject the drum set, or to reject the drum set in general. And in particular, it's really lined up around a direct line at the bass drum. Just because actually, when you think about stereo room mics, especially really wide ones, the last thing you want is like the bass drum to be louder in one than the other. You don't kind of want your bass drum to always stay up the middle. So this kind of helps ensure that. Let's see.
Do you EQ all of that out on the room mics anyway?
No, we just sort of roll with it, All right. So did you say there were questions, Dave?
There's a question about managing phase between the microphones.
Matching phase?
Or like managing it.
Oh, managing. Yeah, I mean, the part of this whole process, especially the duplicating the process and the measured distances and all that kind of stuff, it's ultimately in the hopes of coming up with a really solid phase-aligned drum sound. Historically, for some reason, the snare top in our system has to be flipped. Snare bottom stays the same. And sometimes the rack tom needs to be flipped. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why, but that's how it goes. So, all right, we should get them to play drums, and we'll get our levels in here. So Yeah, you want to play the song as it goes. You might want to throw on the phones and tell me if you hear me talking to you in the talkback. Can you hear me? Do you hear me in there? Okay, hold on one sec.
Are you hitting tape today?
No, we're just going to go right into Pro Tools. So are you doing the whole thing with brushes? Okay. Oh, all right.
Using the stools outside?
Yeah, you can bring them all in. Yep.
Still ends up sitting on that.
Oh, alright. Me thinking before I see. Says paternal instincts. Yeah. No, I don't like my kids anymore.
All right. Are you able to hear me in your phones now? Still apparently not.
Dig me a hole.
All right. So this is. All right. Run some headphones. Are you able to hear me? All right. Amen. All right. Go ahead and play the song. So let's pull this shit. So you want to pull that door shut? Interesting.
What's that?
That's the D12. All right, so
It's going to the API.
it is going to the Friedenstein preamp.
Wait, isn't that one of the things this time around?
You know, they said they were gonna get us a bunch of stuff, and then they weren't able to get it to us in time.
Oh.
We have a whole bunch of it, but not. We were gonna do everything through it. Yeah.
So you're not doing that?
No, not this time. Interesting, right? So this.
Might need a pad on that over there.
Yeah,
No, you
I've
got plenty of
noticed.
room.
He plays pretty light, and then I have a feeling he's gonna like slam some stuff every now and then. So. Have you seen these yet? They're nice. So this is interesting. I'm gonna quick swap this out to say AKG D12E, right?
Yep.
And
They seemed a little subtly with the different winter versions of D and stuff. But
definitely, yeah, it's definitely a little more sort of boxy and kind of.
Yeah, it has a sound.
Yeah.
Like if it works, that's great. If not, there's really not any adjustments on it.
Right. Now, that's the one inside, yeah. And we might need to move it around a little bit. Yeah, I mean, if anybody.
I'll go move if you got.
What's that?
I'll go move if you got earplugs or headphones or something.
Actually, yeah. Here.
I want to go stick my head down next to the snare. Oh, actually, I could go upstairs and get my earplugs.
Here we go. If you do want to throw these on,
Sure.
just as protection.
Actually, I'll go grab my earplugs.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so this sounds. Keep going if you could. I mean, you can play any beat. So the thing with this, these D12s, I don't know if you guys have ever used one. Everybody sort of holds them up to be sort of like the.
Where do you want me to move it?
Wherever your instincts tell you. I mean, it sounds. I think you know. Keep it inside, but I think it just needs to be pulled a little further away from the head.
Okay.
Little.
Yeah, have him tell me when it's good.
Okay. So Christopher is gonna mess around with it while he's playing. Ooh, that sounds a little better, right? Hey, so can you tell him that's good?
So Brian, are you looking for kind of a crisper sound?
Yeah, like a little fatter, thuddier, a little more scooped. That's good. Yeah.
Back and a little off center.
A little more off center. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I mean, it's still.
It's still a little bit put together.
But it's cool. I like the sound of it. It has a little more of like a puckery sound. And we've got this Fredenstein EQ on it, so maybe we'll kill a little bit of like I guess. Maybe even.
That's a really clever interface for a 500 series model.
It's weird.
And with like their boxes, it's a recall, right?
I think so.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a low cut on the free.
It does have the low cut on. I didn't realize that.
Probably not what you want on mic.
No.
There you go. That sounds a little more balanced now.
Yeah.
I think that's what was killing it.
Might have been.
Glad you spotted that.
Want to give it a little more level if you could, the preamps, just up a tiny bit more. Down a bit. Cool. All right, and let's get, so here comes the yeah, here's the M82, which we have an MCI2. Keep going. They always stop right when you need them. Sounds surprisingly weirdly similar to the inside mic.
Yeah.
I mean, they have things in common that I was not expecting, which might just mean that our bass drum is in a weird place.
What are you looking to get out of it?
It's usually a lot more pillowy out front for me, but and you know, flip that phase on that guy. There we go. Yeah, you want to flip that to do the little scoop guy on the. I just want to see what that sounds like. is so this is, that's on the outside. That sounds really good. For the outside mic, that sounds really good.
This is the outside.
That's just it. MCI.
With the scoop, you almost don't need an inside mic. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's impressive.
Unless you really want to click, like you almost don't need anything else.
I mean, that's even got a decent amount of the click in it, you know?
With a little bit of compression. It would just compress.
I mean, it would bring a lot of the room sound in with it, but I mean,
But you can EQ most of the other noise out of it anyway.
I like that.
Yeah.
I miss that thing with our D12E, that just the sort of like more like it starts out a little boxy, but by the time you get to the end of the process, you have a kick drum that has a little more character. And,
Yeah,
you know.
and then just like normal kind of like either really subby or really kind of.
Yeah. But that's impressive for that outside.
Yeah. I like that thing.
Yeah, good catch. It's cool.
I just bought it so something.
I've been talking about getting one, so I'm definitely going to get one now.
Little Fish had like a demo one, and I was like, oh, okay, what the hell?
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's hear what this snare top sounds like.
That's what the MA.
So, what you're playing right now, is this part of? It is, okay. Yeah. Play the song. Play the louder parts of the song for this, so we can get this snare level. So, okay, yeah. Okay, so he's. Whoa. Yeah. I'm curious why he wants to do this on brushes. Do you guys, is it for?
Go for the sticks. I think when he and I were practicing it sounded better that way, but if you want to move the sticks.
Because he's doing, the on the hi-hats. Hi-hats, yeah, I mean, like, you can't hear the hi-hats, you can't, it's like,
Yeah,
let's see.
questions, yeah.
Hey, can we hear you play this, can we hear you play this with sticks? Yeah, it's going to sound a lot better, I think, this way. I think it's going to be, the amount of detail you're trying to do with those 16th notes on brushes are just not responding.
Just turning into one big smear on it.
So, but the sticks sound great. The sticks always produce a little bit better tone on the drums anyway. I mean, you're not doing any swashy stuff on the... Okay, yeah, so let's keep it with sticks. Yeah, so let's hear that beat again. All right, so it appears the Fredenstein is working. I think.
Yeah.
Want to set that? That's the second one for the snare top. Try those. Put those. The input and output transformers on. Yep. There you go. Give 'em a little more, yeah. So, okay, so the snare, take that ring off of it, and we probably need to pitch it up a tiny bit. What's that? Yeah. No. Here, hold on a second. The actual pitch of the drum, tune it up. I think it needs to come up a little bit. It's a little too deep and thicky and thuddy, and which is my fault. I'm eternally pitching snare drums down.
That's okay.
And I think somewhere there's a moon gel we could use instead of the, yeah.
That sounds a little better.
Yeah, totally. Do you see any of those moon gels? If not, you can throw the ring back on it, but that'll be good. Use a new piece of it if you could. All right. Can we hear that?
I mean, I
Oh, disengage that EQ that's on it. It's the next, yeah. Sounds better without the EQ. Yeah. You know, we could, if anybody's interested, we could hear what some other snare drums sound like. Do you want to throw on that Superphonic? I'd be curious to see what the. I know it's a different depth snare, but this guy. Yeah, this might be nice. Might do good stuff for this.
I've used for like a million different sessions for a million different genres. No matter where you tune it, it always just sounds like.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you need like a giant like washy. Yeah, fine. Like a really.
It does everything well. It's as classic as it gets, I think.
Yeah.
These are both John's snare drums. How's that working? Cranky stands. There you go.
Okay.
And I'd say just don't clamp it on there too hard when you get it in there, because we'll possibly swap it out, but usually I try to avoid clamping it down too hard anyway.
How far in did you have this?
Not that.
It was about that.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't want to go down there.
Do you like this out this far? I'm just curious, because usually people are always trying to get it in as close.
Yeah, you can move it in a little bit more.
I think that might help your case too a little bit. Something like this.
Yeah. I want to reject as much of the hat out of this. Worry more about the hat or the tom.
I think just like that, something like this, good. Also worried about just hitting it too much too. Oh, you know what? So there's a little piece of foam to mute.
Is that what was doing it? Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, give 1 sec. All right, cool. Let's see what that sounds like, and we might have you put that ring on it as well. Yeah.
Pizza question, actually. What time should I call?
You should call right now.
Okay, when do we want it? Like
2.
2 o'clock?
2.
Okay, I'll call them now. Tell them for 2 o'clock.
Yeah. 2187 East Norris.
Your mailing zip code or something?
Yeah, 19125.
This is 2187 East Norris.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's yeah, you guys want to come back in? Let's hear how the Superphonic sounds. Certainly pretty alive.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't expect it to sound like that.
Can I hear that? Can you put that ring on it? I just want to hear how much it kills it, which is probably too much. Let me hear the beat again.
It was almost ringing a little too much, and now there's no ring at all.
Yeah. How about you throw, yeah. You want to bring that down to me? Yeah.
Move the top mic, it'll help kill some of the ring sound. You want to throw the ring off.
Oh, it's gone.
I turn up much more of
You know what we can do? If that's touchy, we can yeah, we can put a pad on the mic itself. because it seems like there might be something weird with that. Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's hear it again. That's probably good. Surprised how much snare bottom we hear. That sounds pretty good though. Okay. That's just the one. Do me a favor, reverse the polarity on the Fredenstein. And then here's the snare bottom added in. Can you bring the pitch down of that snare drum a tiny bit? Yeah, let's hear that. Yeah, I can already tell it's going to be better. Pretty good. Let me hear the beat again. I have a feeling we won't end up needing the snare bottom, you know, but we'll record it obviously anyway. All right, this sounds pretty cool. Keep going. We're gonna, yeah, that beat is good.
How would you put a pad on that?
You know, I have. Let me grab.
A little inline.
Yeah, little inline pads. Go ahead and adjust that since I just put a 15 dB. They do have transformers in and out, yeah. Yeah, because I have a feeling what's wrong with that is the pot. So.
Well, it's like 0 to 6 to 12.
No, I mean I think when it was cutting out, it was when you were cutting the pot. Okay, so let's check out these overheads now. Let's see. This is the 440. The center overhead mic. Let's see. We usually use our Coles 4038 in this position, but it's off getting fixed. It just needs a ribbon, a new ribbon. I got a picture of it, and the ribbon is like shaped like a snake.
Oh, is Matt still working on the back half?
Yeah. All right, so that's our center overhead. Here's going to be the DW Ferns. Oh, you know what? I need to turn on the ELAMs. They have power supplies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're new.
Right. So we're using these if you guys want to help me get those levels. So these ELAM, like it's really nice.
Yeah.
And they're going. It doesn't hurt they're going through those DW Ferns.
Yep.
So what you want to do is take a look over here as you're setting that. You want to get the snares to be the same in these two. Too high. That's probably good right there on the right. And then the left. Good. Maybe down a little bit on the left. Good, good. Yeah. So if you notice, like this is those two small diaphragm condensers. Add this overhead back in, the center mic back in, and you get this real big, thick center image.
So the cymbals are still awfully hot in that, though, dude.
What's that?
The cymbals just seemed awfully hot. But
Well, it's from the overhead angle. That's why. And actually, the 440. That's why I like the Coles better in this position usually, because the 440 has a lot of that high mid detail. But we'll deal with it. So, okay, so and we notice also, this is probably about the right time to start thinking about the phase, just double checking that the phase lines up for everything. So what we do for this is start with, we're gonna use that center overhead mic as our phase standard. So this is the 440. If you want, on the DW Ferns, can you flip the phase, flip them out of phase? Can I make the Pro Tools screen bigger?
Yeah, is that possible?
See that? What's that? Yeah, so that obviously, it disappears, a lot of the signal disappears.
Yeah.
So flip it again. And we hear our snare come back. So I think that those are a good phase alignment. Take these guys, take the overheads out, keeping that center overhead as our standard. And we're gonna now check the snare phase. So on the Fredenstein, if you could flip the polarity.
There it goes.
Now flip it back. Again. Flip it. It's better flipped, yeah. That's what I was talking about before. I don't know why, but it is. Okay, and then always the big trick, figure out the kick alignment. No, I never do that. That's never worked for me. It's always caused more trouble than I should have gotten myself into. Okay, so here's the kick in. Now you want to flip it on the Fredenstein. And then he stops playing kick.
Kick. We need kick.
Kick drum. Yeah, keep going with the kick, yeah. Flip it. Flip it. Yeah, I think so. Do it again. Yeah, again. Yeah. It comes in a little bit more in focus. So the difficult thing here is that the MCI, the way I'm using it right now for the other kick mic, does not have an easy way for me to flip the phase. And it needs to be, so I'm just going to we're just going to live with a plug-in that is there specifically to flip the phase. And there it goes again. If we're absolutely dead set on getting everything in phase during tracking, I do have cables out there that are phase flipped. So it does, but I'm coming straight out of the preamp. So the phase flip happens after that. Yeah. All right, so we know our kick is in phase now too. Can I hear, so hang on a sec. Can I hear the if you could just go back and forth between the rack tom and floor tom, just single hits. All right.
They really are just the best mic for that price.
They really are. They're huge.
And they're really inexpensive. Well, by my standards.
Yeah, they're purples.
Yeah.
So, and those tops are gains. The bottoms are the volumes. So a little more on that floor tom, if you could. There we go. Good. Actually, they're going through those purple tabs. Those in the 500 there. Can you, if you click the bypass buttons, it's a weird thing, but bypass is green. I don't know why. It took me a long time to realize that. Yeah. And that does sound a lot better. Okay. So yeah, flip, turn the, yeah, you can come down on the floor a tiny bit, even though he's probably not going to hit that hard, but keep going if you could. Okay. Let's go back to those purple EQs, right? Start with the rack tom one. Can we just hear the rack tom? Yeah.
Cool.
So turn it off. Oh, yeah, there you go. You want to flatten the EQ to start. All right, give that. All right, so I mean, to me, what I think I would do is cut a little bit of that, like 500, just the tiniest bit. You know what? I think we're a little bit far out to the edge of that. If you look at the way that mic is positioned, it's kind of hovering over the rim. So I think we need to go a little bit further over the actual drum itself. Cool. Yeah, keep going with that rack tom if you could.
Something like that, but it's pretty affordable.
There we go. Cool, that sounds pretty good. And then if you want, maybe like the slightest little bump to like the 80 or whatever that.
It's the 60.
6, yeah. Keep going with that rack tom. There we go. Good. Awesome. Back and forth with the floor and the rack again. Sounds pretty good. Okay, so you want to pop on the EQ. Let's hear just the floor.
Oh, wait, flip it up.
And I would say just same thing, kill a little bit of that 500 and there we go. No, I think this,
Sounds good on that.
yeah, I think it's good on that. Cool. Okay, can we hear back and forth again? So we're going to check the phase, right? So we're going to leave the tom mics in, bring our center guy back, and flip that phase on. Can we hear just the rack for a sec? Ooh.
Yeah. Not flip.
Yeah, not flipped, good. All right, now the floor. Same thing. Okay, good. Cool. All right, I believe all those are in phase. Let's hear the full drum set again. I'm gonna get these rooms, listen to these rooms.
Are we gonna crush these ones on it or no?
What's that?
We're gonna crush these going in or no?
Yeah, they are. We're gonna go through the complex on those. I'm just trying to remember where I have them. Oh, the APIs. Turn the phantom off. No.
Spin them off.
There you go. What's that? Fatheads, yeah. I'd bring them down a bit. I bring them down. I think you're hitting them a little hard. Yeah, match something like that. Because looking at the, in general, room mics, you don't want to be like over driving too much. So if you guys should also come check out in the center image here, just to point out the fact that like, you notice how like the kick is pretty much pushed out of the picture. It's still, the kick hovers a little heavier over this side, but I think I'm okay. We're all right with that. Hey,
Good to see you.
looking good. Haircut, beard.
Yeah.
All right, so yes, good level. All right, so that's our room levels, but I do want to pop in the Compex for these guys. The Compex limiter is an awesome classic compressor limiter. Originally they were built for Helios consoles, and I swear you can hear that. Like, to me, I equate that sound with like Led Zeppelin.
I'm going to Asbury Park, New Jersey tonight, and there's a studio there that has a Helios console.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Lake House?
Not Lake House.
Okay.
I know you have some like Helios freeze there. But,
Yeah, because I work there.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
That's funny. No, the Surefire recording.
Oh, okay, cool.
Isn't that one of the only Helios consoles?
Yeah.
We did a drum.
So
Wish the guy would get more people.
this is the Compex here. And I guess if we're just going to do the total smushy thing, going to put a fast attack, as fast of a release as we can get to start. So that's pretty much nothing. And you hear that pumpiness come in, right? No. Attack is never the problem for us.
No room.
Right, no room. Yeah. It actually almost sounds like they're out of phase. You want to flip the phase on the APIs? Yeah.
They were flipped.
Oh, they were. Okay. Yeah, sounds better. So this super pumpy, crushed drum sound may not be exactly right for this song, but we'll see. If it is not, then we will probably not use the room mics that much anyway. So, cool. I'll tell you what, we're going to record this, and you can come in and hear yourself and tell us if we got good sounds for you. So, oh, whoops. And there's some music for you. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, go ahead and play. I think the thing with him, for this, getting these performances, is he a jazz drummer?
Even every kind of drummer.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
The whole thing is I think we're going to probably be trying to get him to play harder.
Yeah.
He's it sounds like he's accustomed to playing with a lot of dynamic range, and that's ultimately for recording. That's a harder thing to hold down.
Yeah.
So. Oh yeah. Yeah, come on in. Come on in. All right, let's see here. So I was saying while you were just doing this, I have the sense that I'm going to probably be telling you to play to bring up your quietest dynamic, right? That you're playing, you're going to probably end up playing with too wide of a dynamic range, so you can bring the quietest stuff up. Like this kick here at the beginning, and of course it'll change when you're playing, but right, oh, that's very roomy, but we'll get better tone if you sort of lay into it.
It will get better.
Better tone
The
if you.
louder I play.
Yes. Well, not doesn't mean you need to be playing at much louder on the top end, but
On the low.
on the low
softer
side,
stuff, play
like
the
listen to the tone right now. That's not great.
Right.
But once you start laying into it, it sounds good.
Okay.
So.
So as opposed to manually doing the stuff that you're going to be doing in here.
Again,
like a
manually doesn't affect tone. You control the tone. The drummer controls the tone, right? And the tone is pretty much generated by how you hit it. And you know how it is. I mean, if you hit a drum lightly, the tone can be sort of wobbly and ill-focused, right?
Yeah.
So in the recording situation, you hit them hard.
Because you can do whatever you want.
We can do whatever we want. And the truth is, from my experience, we don't end up turning down the bass drum. We turn things up and down around you, So anyway, let's let this play and see what we think. Toms sound good.
Yeah.
I think that, I think the toms sound really good.
Yeah.
Right, let me just hear that last stuff with the rooms. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. Cool. Does anybody have any questions about any of this stuff? Is this fairly straightforward? Take it to the Menzingers. Yeah. All right. Cool. If you guys are all good, we could move to get our bass signal. You want to play your bass?
I'm actually gonna play yours.
Okay.
Actions like that high.
Okay. That sounds fine.
Putting it through the match list.
Yeah, let's all come out here. We're gonna.
Where did he want me? Was it David? He wanted me in front.
I think it's the
Not back here.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, right up here is good.
I was gonna. Am I gonna be too close to that critter though?
No, here, let me push this here. Just put you like that.
Okay.
You know.
And I'll play your axe.
All right, that sounds good.
Where's he gonna be?
He's going to be right there. Yep. All right, so let me see here. Oh, there's the snark. John's snark. It's right on the SG.
Okay, you know, I live in I grew up in Rumson.
All right.
Okay.
So let's see what we're looking at here.
Like very red bank because like no one knows Rumson.
Nice and tuned. Yeah.
You know shit? It's somewhere.
All right, so now that the drums are set, everything else goes extremely quickly. Let's see.
Really consistent. This bass is like crazy.
It's in a good mode. It hasn't always been. Here. You guys are good sports. Thank you. She gets some good photos too.
Mariel made me eggs and some type of green.
Let me get one more cable. All right, so we're going to be recording a direct signal and a mic'd signal. Oh, I guess I don't want to use that. Historically, our best test subject, Mark Niebauer, is going to take another one for the team.
What mic are you gonna use on the?
What's that?
What mic are you gonna use?
U67. Mark, do you have the strap that came with that?
Yeah, I put it on the ground.
Is it this?
Yep.
Probably gonna need to wear it because I think this.
Oh, it needs the wrap. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like the jack is in
Okay.
dodgy shape.
No problem.
So you want to throw that on. So we've got the signal going into this DW Fern. And if you guys want to come over here and take a peek, parallel. Oh yeah, like that, yeah. Yeah. So this will be our start. We'll see. We might move it. We might not. Here we go. Let's. Here, I'm gonna pull this shut. Let's head back in here. If everyone wants to if anyone wants to take a peek at that, we just have the U67 out in front of the amp. So keep playing, Mark, if you could. Please. Good. It's actually pretty good sounding direct signal. An MCI pre.
Then into the distressor.
Yep, and into the distressor.
Have you ever tried using the Pacificas on overheads?
Uh-huh.
How does that sound?
Great.
Yeah.
Yep. The DW ferns are a little sweeter.
Yeah.
But I love the Pacificas. Ooh, nice. That sounds good.
So this is the amp signal? No?
Yeah. Sounds kind of messed up though.
Sound like that there.
No, I know.
Sounds like the Moog pre.
I think that's the mic. Yeah, it's definitely the mic. Oh no. Might be the pre. Mark's another person who plays very dynamically, and bass is not an instrument you want real dynamic, right? You kind of want it to be pretty even. I mean, I like the guy, but no. I'm leaving. Sounds like our phase. Same thing. I'm just gonna flip the phase.
Do you ever encounter any problems with like DI signal not being in phase? Well, I guess like just being a little bit delayed from the mic and stuff.
I don't worry about it too much. I just let that be one of the deciding factors of like where you go from there.
Yeah.
I know the same thing. People try to eyeball it and move it. Any of that stuff where people align things in digitally, in my experience, is the worst idea you can possibly have, because you're going to be constantly chasing some ideal, and you're never going to be able to achieve it anyway. And you know, I think that it just for me has only ever led to regret. You know, when you try that stuff.
Only tears.
Okay. I mean, we're not doing really much with this. I mean, it could be fun to put an EQ on it. I'm not sure we have an EQ. Do we? No. Actually, here, let's try this. 20 and 21. So here's the console EQs. Keep playing, Mark. the MCI has a sort of a reputation for these EQs not being that great, but I've always really, really liked them a lot.
It sounds good.
They're made by Quad 8. In this console, at least. Oh, look at that, it's flipped. Just like we needed it to be. Oh, all right.
So where you're hitting the EQ on this board can actually...
Yeah, exactly. Amy, who I own the studio with, built the patch bay. Yeah, it was a big job.
Yeah. I'm sure it's even more mess when you guys are doing tape in and out like that.
Yeah. All right, that sounds pretty good for now, right? So back to, here's the DI. Amp. I'm probably shouldn't be boosting the low end. Good. Sounds good. All right. Yeah, let's get Mariel's guitar set up. If anybody have any questions?
You may have already answered this, but
Yeah.
Do you often use the U87? I feel like that's the first time I've seen you use that on the bass.
Oh, the U67. Yeah. I actually always do, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We didn't do it last time? Oh, we just didn't have an amp going last time, probably. We just went direct.
Really?
When you guys were doing it. Yeah. Yeah, we do put the 67. That's kind of our go-to on the bass amp, usually.
Oh, wow. Sounds great.
Yeah. It does sound good. It's a real nice mic. It has proven itself. Yeah, so let's get Mariel's guitar. So I'm kind of wondering if we should set up the guitar through the amp or just go direct for now, knowing that we'll possibly recut the... Have you guys been practicing at all with like a metronome or anything like that?
No.
Okay, that's fine. If you guys want, yeah, I mean, if it depends on everyone's ability to adjust.
Yeah, I think I'd be open to it. But if
Yeah.
you're throwing us off.
Are you, what do you think about playing to a metronome?
I am a metronome.
Ah,
That's my take on it. So, yeah, I can do it.
you can do it? If that's the case, because I'm thinking we'll probably just do a direct signal on Mariel's guitar and either reamp her basic take, and this is just to keep the guitar out of the room mics and all that stuff. And then we'll just, either reamp your basic take or recut it once we get it. So the guitar is about to be very simple. We're going to plug into this doohickey. Let me grab cable. Oh, yeah, that's right.
This is a really good spot for me to sit next to this mic.
That's fine. You're not talking while you're playing, are you? No, it's cool.
You have to calm your stomp down. Yeah.
Yeah, the stomp actually may be an issue. We'll see. I like the stomp. I mean, the stomp, it keeps your rhythm good, so it's not like it's a bad idea.
Take my shoe off. Just hold my hands.
Yeah, that's right. We're okay.
Constantly do the conductor hands when I'm doing vocal tracks to help with pitch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. I've really found that it's the thing that makes the biggest difference, you know, in vocal performance.
It just takes your mind off of rhythm placement.
Right.
And focus on other stuff. And I feel like it relaxes. Just like a little bit of like movement to like give yourself a physical beat. Yeah.
It's really hard for me to not move when I'm like recording it as well.
Oh yeah.
It's like for me to move,
Oh right.
you know.
Yeah.
All right. So is this your stuff here, the cathedral and all that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you plug into that? It's going to take the output of this, actually. Let's just unplug this. And all right. So yeah, we're doing direct guitars just to make it easier for right now. Guess I need to run some headphones. It's going to be just the three of you guys for the basic track, right? All right.
Assistant engineer.
Yeah. Actually, if you're going to sit there, Mariel, I'll put just no headphone extension. No, I think there is good, actually. Oh, thanks. Okay. You have your headphones. Got yours. All right.
Sorry. Getting the butt. Sorry.
Okay, so it's just gonna take me a minute to get your guys' levels run in headphones.
Okay.
So yeah. Cool. Yeah, let me just do that real fast. Uh-huh. Oh, Mariel, play your guitar. What is going on with that? No signal. Wonder if it's cable. Where do I have that plugged in? Is it in 15? Weird. All right. Oh. It should all be coming through, right? Yeah. Let me see. It might be this cable.
Do you hear yourself? Oh, I'm not plugged in. Oh, I'm plugged in. Realization.
All right. Yeah, keep playing, and it's turned all the way. It's turned up, right?
Oh, that's probably.
That might be it. Keep playing, yeah. Okay, so let's avoid these pedals because I think these pedals are diminishing the volume pretty heavily. Input, right? Yeah, let's hear that again. And it's turned all the way up, whole thing. Okay, yeah. There we go. Cool. Yeah, it was probably just that it was turned down. And
I got fun words for everything. Axe. Cans.
What are acts?
Axe is your guitar.
Oh yeah.
These are cans. That's a critter.
what's a critter?
Everything I don't know.
How annoying is that?
I hate those things.
I do too. Whose idea? And this one has no
Oh no.
thingy.
I would just get the wrench out.
Yeah, somebody should lose their job for designing this. Oh.
I always put a big dent in mine too.
As the pads on, I use for mic stands.
There you go. You are prepared.
You never know what you'll need.
Yeah.
I like how you put it back on the stand.
Well, you have to. You need it.
Oh, it's for the.
I just refuse to buy stands with that size thread.
I know.
It drives me nuts.
Yeah. I got all these stands from our friend George Hajuano. He had a pile. He's like, a pile of stands for like $50. I was like, okay. But now I just complain about stands all the time.
I like that too. Only music stands. I can't stand the cheap ones. It just makes me angry when I put it
Yeah.
falls through and right.
What those little metal things?
Little, little
It's
chrome wire.
so annoying.
Yeah, it's like the bane of my existence.
That's like story my life.
And then I got one of the nice ones that's like foldable, and then it broke. And break them a lot. I break them.
I mean, I presume. They'll need to know where they are in the song, right? Yeah. So talking to that mic, get a quick level on that. headphone levels so that you can hear yourself. So it's just going to take me about 5 minutes to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Join the phone party.
Okay, yes. Great. That worked. All right, so.
Where's Ryan at the bar?
I'm just picking elements, yeah, the bass DI, scratch guitar, scramble. Yeah, it's going to be still a few minutes. All right. The only thing I actually do end up putting on the headphones are electric guitars. Come out really loud. So electric guitars, I bring down 10 dB. Oops. Are you guys hearing things yet? I take it no. Let's see. Oh. It's always those damn cables that you got to plug in for them to hear it. Let's see.
Brian, your keys made me think of a story.
What's that?
Remember the We Are the World?
Uh-huh.
With all the mega stars and
Yeah.
they had a making of We Are the World.
Yeah.
And apparently the engineer was hearing some like jangling and clicking sounds.
And
so
it was
they went through and like checked all the equipment. And somebody finally realized it was Cyndi Lauper wearing like dozens of bracelets.
Bangles, yeah.
Around in her earrings.
That's funny.
So they just moved her away from the mic. But it better anyway.
All right. Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah.
All right. And are you hearing yourselves? All right. It's all very promising. The bass? Might be. Give me 1 second. Might be a little bit. No, actually, it shouldn't be. So that's distorting in your phones? Okay. All right. You want to pull that door shut? And you guys want to run through the song and just sort of see how levels are looking to everybody, how it's sounding? So we're rolling, and you can just see what you think. I think we'll. Yeah, can you close the door? Yeah. Don't worry about it. Just playing. We're just getting levels. All right, so right now, right off the bat, this is a terrible idea, right? Really, she needs to be playing to somebody keeping time.
Yeah, if it starts without the drum.
It's just a bad idea. So he should be instinctually just playing along and keeping her time, right? But he's playing very sort of around her, right? And I know that sounds like it's a very like thoughtful, considerate thing, but it's not a good idea. You know, really what we need to be doing is creating a situation where I don't know why I'm hearing those cymbals so loud. We need to be creating a situation where he is leading the pack. The worst thing in the world is when you hear a drummer walking on eggshells around a female singer. They're like, oh, I don't want to step on it. And that's a terrible misunderstanding of what really needs to happen. What's that? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm hearing right now, though. And you know, the other thing is, I know they're just messing around, right? But she's singing like several inches off the mic. So we need her to sing into the mic too, I think. Again, this is sort of like just to be steering everybody in the right direction, you know? You don't want your players sort of playing from memory. You want them to be in the moment and digging it and feeling the groove and all that kind of stuff. It's a scratch vocal, but you want whatever sort of inspiration that has for the other musicians. You know, you want that locked in place.
Is she up pretty loud in her own mix? Should maybe bring her down before her.
Yeah, I think it's also it is up pretty loud, but she's just sort of doing this. Yeah, right? Like, how the hell are we going to navigate that? All right, so that's the whole song, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so a couple of things. Obviously, we're going to give you a metronome and everything, but I still think you need to be right now. What I'm sort of hearing just right off the bat is that you're playing to her, and you need to play to him. Like he's the guy in charge. He's the guy. That's the backbeat for everything. But what that means is you've got to click through those beginnings. You don't just disappear. You know what I mean? Again, like since you're sort of ruling the roost in terms of the rhythmic center of everything, you're sort of like the drum leader, the drum major, right? You know, you're going to be the one calling the shots. So you're going to be saying when we start. You know, you're going to count her in. When it goes to a big break, you're going to click through it. Yeah, you're going to kind of make sure that it's still, you know, we're still doing that. And you need to sing right into your mic.
Okay.
Like just right up on it.
Yeah.
You can.
Cool. I'm trying to like preserve a little bit.
Well, you don't need to. Yeah, I mean, like then it'll be all the better. You sing right into it, and they can know where you are. You don't necessarily need it to be a good vocal take per se, but just again, so everybody knows where they are in the song, that kind of thing.
Yep.
So let's figure out this metronome speed right off the bat. You don't happen to know what speed it is, do you?
I don't.
Okay, figure it out. I bet you Mark knows. I bet you Mark can just figure it out with his ear. All right, let me see. 125, he says. All right.
131, 132.
Is that it?
They were playing it faster than that. They were playing an app for that.
Yeah, there is an app for that. It does sound like 125 to me. Maybe I'll go a little bit faster. Well, see what it's like to play along with this, okay, guys? Here we go. Oh wait, you can't hear it. Now you can hear it. I'm gonna first not blast you with a really loud click sound, but you guys tell me how this is sounding. Yep. Did you? Okay. Here, hold on, let's see. Just try to play to this tempo and see what this is like. All right. You said 135?
He was speeding up after that.
Yeah, I think he was a little. I think he hit T-Wise. So his original was like 131.
What's that?
If he hit T-Wise open, that was a good tempo.
My taste of blood rises as I wait all day. Doesn't agitate. Smile right through the hate. All the things you did for mine.
Hit harder.
All through gritty
Just ignoring the click and play back.
and all the shit you tell.
How do you do that?
Yeah. Okay, hang on a sec. Hang on. Let's see if we can get this click up faster.
Yeah, a little bit. I struggle with it.
Here, try this. Click through for her too, you know? Like maybe click on the 2 and the 4 for her just to give her something to, a little more nuance to dig in with. What did you say? 140?
140, 142.
Yeah.
My taste for blood rises as I wait all day. Doesn't take. Smile right through the hate. All the things you do for me. All through grit. All the shit you tell us. Memories
Okay, hang on a sec. Let's try going up a little higher. Start at just start where the drums come in, okay? Here we go. Now they're going too slow, right? Okay, so hang on a sec. So it might not behoove us to use the click because it seems like there's too much sort of like push and pull happening. But what that's just going to mean is you should just click through, you know, all the downtime. And remember, there's no such thing as a good sounding soft kick drum in this situation, you know? You really just kind of gotta, it's gotta be punchy, you know? So.
Yeah, I think I should definitely give you the lead in for around this 135 or whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, here, what we'll do is I'll give you guys the click, and then we'll take it out once you guys start.
Yeah, that sounds good because it's throwing me a little bit. Yeah.
It's actually at 142 now, so, you know, but you guys can take it from there, wherever you go. So.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, here we go. Why don't you click for her? So yeah, you should click her in, and I'm gonna take away that click as soon as. So you really should click through all of this.
Okay.
So here we go.
my taste for blood rises as I wait all day. Destined to smile right through the hate. All the things you
This is a little better.
all through grit.
Yeah, I guess once he's doing the kick, we should have him take the sticks out. I don't know. Man, imagine trying to do this with brushes. This would have been a nightmare.
It was just like a continuous ring.
Yeah.
There weren't any hits.
And the bass is crapping out. I also sort of feel like the bass part, like that persistent eighth note thing, is not sinking into the groove of the song at all, you know? And the bass is crapping out. What's that?
I was asking if this is a guitar solo for John.
Is it? The Wurlitzer, we just discovered the other day, one of the keys is gone bad. One has gone way out of tune and one is just not producing sound.
That may just be like a dirty contact.
Yeah. Yeah. The Wurlitzer is pretty weird, actually, pretty complicated. A Rhodes is really easy. Yeah. Yeah. He's not doing open hi-hat, is he? Oh, did he? No, I've given up on that. I gave up on the no open hi-hats policy.
What was your rack against them?
They're just a nightmare, you know. That sounds pretty good. Let me just see here. Hang on one sec. So, okay, so there's a couple things that I feel like are not totally working. I think the idea of the eighth note or bass line is kind of good in theory. It seems like it should be more suggested than like, you know, meticulously played dun 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 dun. You know what I mean? It feels like we need to sort of get the bass to really sort of get into the groove and be a little more aware of the groove of everybody else. And then plus it was crapping out.
Yeah. Is it this cable?
Yeah, it's just this bass. So we're going to, maybe I'll just see if I can find the gaff tape.
Playing around with it?
Yeah, like it being a little less 100% literal with it. You know, and okay. I mean, it doesn't always sound like it needs to be eighth notes, you know? You know, it can just be a lot more groovy, just boom, 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 doo, 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 doo,
So play some more.
Play more and less.
Okay.
You know, right now you're executing all concept,
yeah,
and not as much feel and groove.
What do you like?
You
what
know?
do you think about the chorus? Is that too much?
What was the chorus? No, I like that.
Okay. All right, I'll do something.
You know, but I think you were playing that really great stuff with your left hand. Okay. But you're still chugging through it as all eighth notes, and I think that just gets like a little overwhelming. Yeah. You know. And what was the other thing? I think that was it. Sounded pretty good though. I think you guys kind of fell in groove-wise pretty nicely. Oh, once your kick comes in, stop the clicks, because obviously we'll have to figure out how to take those out.
Yeah. Okay.
But don't worry about anything else along those lines.
Okay.
But that's definitely something to. That's the only other thing. So let's try another pass.
Yeah.
How's everybody's headphone mix?
I'm good. Yeah.
You good? Okay.
I could use a little. I'm good actually.
What do you need?
I'm good. I think I'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Mark. So just like a little more groovy, a little more variability, a little less sort of like rhythmically stiff.
What craps out on the bass?
Beat or accents.
What's that?
I was gonna say on top of Mariel and drums, I think the bass and lead guitar, gonna be flirting, let's say, with each other, with us. I mean, the entire song. But yeah, so if it helps to get, I don't know, to have that working out after the bass is done or something,
Yeah, we'll take it piece by piece. Yeah. All right, here we go. So you'll get that click just as a guide. Thanks for reminding me about that. I would have forgotten that. I'm like, oh, the stick and the cake. Yeah. It's much better on the bass, don't you think? It's like a little less like. Yeah. What's that? On the guitar.
One of the strings left on the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. This will be good to just let him run through it a couple more times. I think Mark needs to settle in more than anybody else. Yeah. drummer. I don't know. I think it's probably okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, why don't you guys keep running through it?
Yeah, I goofed a little.
Yeah, Mark that. Oh, and Mariel, you should tune your guitar. I think something slipped in the process there. Mark, that's sounding a lot better. I think you should just kind of continue to feel out the groove, you know?
Brian, do you mind just turning your mic down a little bit?
Oh, sure.
It's overpowering everything else.
Yep. No, yeah. Me coughing is actually always the big. I just forget where. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, I have 29. Oh, I see, 13.
Okay, should Steve still be clicking through like the slow guitar parts?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, nobody will have anything to play to.
Yeah.
Like if we redo your guitar, we would be sort of.
In the dock?
Yes, precisely. It's weird. Okay. All right, let's try another pass. Yeah, Mark, just sink into that groove. It's sounding good. Everybody's phone's good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Here we go. This already feels a lot better. I wonder if the snares are too loose on this. They need to be tightened a little bit. Yeah. We never did try Mark's bass.
His bass is almost unplayable.
Oh, really?
Like this. Oh wow. It's like really bowed right now. Was that the intonation issue on the demo?
Probably.
I guess, yeah. 'Cause it was, I took a look at it, it was bad.
Yeah. LA3. That was pretty good. Pretty good. How'd that feel for you guys?
That felt good. Yeah.
How'd it feel for you, Mark?
Can we do it again? I'm still losing signals sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, here. Ugh. Our bass is crapping out.
Should I use the line?
Here, play, like, just straighten it out a little bit.
It's like at weird angles.
Let me see if it's the cable. Maybe it is the cable. Maybe we have a double whammy of crappy bass jack, crappy
Do you like
cable.
I was like syncopating it a little bit more. I don't want to play too much, and I don't want to.
I think I think like longer, more legato-y notes, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like that's great. I mean, she's playing so much in the eighth note rhythmically. He's playing all that. You can really sort of play around them pretty substantially, I think, you know?
Yeah, like those little two-steppers, or even that slide that you do.
Yeah, that's all really good stuff.
A lot less, and then because I mean, I guess I've had this eighth note concept while
Yeah.
into it, and I've been. If I shouldn't do it, I won't do it.
Yeah, I think it.
No, I'm seeing what he's saying now. As like
Yeah, I mean, it to do eighth notes like that, it's tough to do them with fingers too, in a way that doesn't sound like.
Well, and it's tough to do them if you have 3 people doing them too.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it sounds pretty good.
so hard for me to like.
So what?
To what?
It's so hard for me to like lose when I play guitar.
Yeah. To really all get on tempo though, yeah, let's concentrate on a good like 4 and but to be loose, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I think you guys, the feel sounds about right though.
Yeah.
You know, I think what you got is pretty good. I think, yeah, play around with really minimalizing the rhythm and just see what it's like for you. All the notes are beautiful, doo doom doom doom, but that doesn't have to be doo doom 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 doom. You know, it doesn't.
Of course.
Yeah, like the notes are great, but yeah, you can really sink into the pocket with his bass drum, you know what I mean, and really concentrate on that. Let's see. All right.
Every time I record that bass, it sounds pretty good.
Everybody ready? Here we go. Oh, sorry.
Under Japanese, like it's a precision something. It's the Duff McKagan bass. And he swapped out some of the hardware, swapped out the electronics. It sounds great.
Guys, all set? All right, here we go.
Yeah, it sounds great every time. Yeah, it's a Japanese bass.
As I wait all day, pause and entertain, smile right through the hate.
Don't crap out. This is sounding better rhythmically.
Feel my
sort of hating the snare drum sound now. You know? Sort of hating the snare drum sound now. Yeah. I don't know, it's just too, it's sort of fizzy. Yeah. Maybe we'll try that black snare again. This is an interesting, like, oh look, a kick drum. Oh, of course I stopped. Yeah. Sounds good. I think I want to swap out the snare drum. Back to that black snare, if you could. And we've got to figure out at the same time why our bass drum disappeared. Yeah, it's probably the preamp. It's probably the console.
Oh, yeah, because you got that on the
Yeah.
The mic fell from its little.
Let me see if there's.
Something else freaky.
Yeah. Maybe we could try one of these guys.
Looks like the mic fell from its setup.
Oh, that explains it.
Pointed at the floor.
Yeah, we were actually like, I think we need to switch out the preamp.
Brian, do you like that? I was playing a lot less there.
I like it a lot. It works a lot better. Yeah.
But what about the chorus? I wasn't really happy with like playing less at the chorus. I don't want to play.
It's interesting because in the end,
Yeah.
we hear all the notes beautifully.
Yeah.
That rhythmic dun 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 kind of thing doesn't push it. Even when it's in the pocket, it doesn't even serve to push the song that far anyway.
Oh, I'm talking about this part though.
That's what I'm talking about
Do you
too.
want me to simplify that one, or
I like the notes that you're playing.
okay, just but play less.
Less rhythm.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Good.
Sounding good, Steve?
Huh?
Sounding good?
Yeah, we got it.
It is sounding good, yeah. Let me think here. Okay. Yeah, let me hear that snare drum real quick just to see where we sit. Can you tighten the actual strainer? That sounds pretty good. And can you put that ring back on the top? Oh, it's on.
I thought it was really going pulling.
Yeah, weird. I guess it needs to be pitched down a little bit. Can you tune the pitch down a tiny bit? I hate when our snares get all screwed up. I'm much more of the person that's like, rather than trying to make one snare drum, like, rather than thinking like, tune it up high for this song and low for that song, it's just like, get a different snare drum, you know? That's much better. Keep hitting that. So scary. Hey, make sure that is there one of those little pieces of foam between the snares and the head on the bottom? No? All right, yeah, keep hitting that if you could. You know, it might also be, let's look at where he hits the drum. Keep going, keep going. Let's go. I know it's a pain in the ass, but can we try that white snare? I know it's another small one for you. Sorry about that.
No, sorry.
Oh, and you should never tighten these on here. They should always be loose, because you do choke. That might have been what I was hearing, is the snare getting choked a little bit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, when people clamp them on there really tight, it kills a lot of the tone. There's a little one of these guys. Let me see this. Just usually we have a nice, thick, dense snare drum, you know, and this is kind of just, I don't know, it was not happening so good.
Maybe just how shallow the mic is for you?
No, I actually moved it closer to try to get that. I don't really know. It's more the sound of the drum and not the miking. You know what I mean? Like, because in the overheads I wasn't liking it either. Okay. You know what I mean? Let's hear this. Might want to just tighten it a tiny bit.
The snare or
the drum, the head. You know what? Look first for this snare. Often has like one really super loose lug. It's like one of those things where, if you even just feel it, just feel for like if any of them are like completely loose. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's no big deal.
Yeah, that far one was pretty loose.
Let's hear that. Yeah, this is possibly going to be.
I just hate the 9 up here. It's a lot darker. The problem is, that's a super stretch. I want to play the 9 up top. But the problem is, like, I can do it there. But I hate that. It's ugly.
Okay. Yeah, keep playing that if you could. Let me just hear that snare. I have a feeling that's going to be good. We put the acrylite on. Keep going with that snare if you could. It's the best. That's pretty good. Can I hear you play the beat real quick? Any beat, really, yeah. And we have this bypass, right? So a favor. Flip the phase on the VW curve real quick. Do it again. Do it again. Seems like it needs to go back, right? Actually, maybe not. So do it on the present sign guy. Flip that polarity real quick. Yeah. It's not flipping? Huh. Maybe that's why they're inexpensive. Keep going with the snare, please. I think it's right though.
Hope so. Switching. Yeah. I figure that's the priority you get.
That sounds good. Okay. Maybe I'll compress the bass a little more since he's playing less. Sounds good, guys. Want to give it a shot? Try again?
Yeah.
Yep. The whole thing. Here we go. Oh no, what happened? I punched out? Actually, guys, hang on one sec. I'm sorry. Something crazy. Here we go. Try again. It's one of those things where it was like it had an area highlighted.
Yeah, of course. What else do you do to act like act yourself out?
What's that?
Do you do anything else to act like once you use one?
Just move the snare mic a little bit. Yeah, it's that white, old. This reminds me of like, rhythmically, like the room mics are just not gonna make any sense whatsoever, you know, because it's so much more of like a jangly, almost like 10,000 Maniacs sort of thing, you know what I mean, instead of like this stuff here. Yeah. 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 That's a pretty good take. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, I actually went and measured it again, so I put it back right where it was. Yeah, yeah. That was a good take.
Yeah.
That was a good take. Yeah, it felt good, and I think the bass line is right in the right place, Mark. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's nice and simple, sort of grooves, you know. Yeah. Why don't you guys come in and we can listen to it.
Are you expanding your HD with these two on top, or are you just like swapping them out?
Expanding. These. So, like, this is not. There's nothing going on with these. So just using these.
More than the ones if you.
Yeah, yeah. I just we haven't set up to do that. Although we haven't really done it in a long time.
Yeah.
We were thinking of actually running our effects, like our reverbs and stuff, through the 96 IOs just permanently, like so they don't have to be patched, just so they're just permanently in. But, you know.
Well, because I was trying to expand, but you can't. I don't know. We have a card, but you can't like. It has to be another I thought it had to be another HD box to add more inputs to the system.
Okay.
But I don't. So you just plug that into the rehearsal.
Yeah. No. These have a Pro Tools HD card in them.
Okay.
So the actual when you look in the I/O and Pro Tools, it thinks these are these.
Okay.
It actually comes up on the screen as more of them. Yeah. All right. Let's hear. Yeah, so sounds nice and tight. It's funny, I didn't put any amp simulator on this guitar. I forgot. So you guys are just hearing the direct signal. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds all right. Yeah. Yeah. What's that? Probably recut it, but maybe we'll keep it. We'll see. You hear how Mark, how like your bass line is your bass line, whether you're playing a lot of rhythm within it or not. Like I love all the notes you're doing, and fewer rhythmic touch points are better because you just lock into the most important ones. You know? What do you mean? It'll be fun. Yeah, I mean that is a thing. You do want to try to be. Yeah, it might not be.
I mean, you can recut both of those strings, right? I mean,
What's that?
you can tap into on both the bass and the guitar. This is.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
a solid drum track.
Oh yeah, totally.
And they do.
But the volumes, we can compress it, yeah. It's a good take, right? Yeah. Should that be the take? I think that should be the take. Yeah. Good job. Easy. Nothing to it, right? All right. Turn all these guys off. And that, I think, is a better snare sound for us. Yeah. You know, if you guys, like, just to hear the difference, like, previous. Let me see here. Here, it's just sort of like. Yeah, it's like it has that. It's like it has that crisp top end, but it's also like sort of flabby in other places. Whereas this is like a simpler. Just yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's great. Hey, David, where's our pizza?
I told him 2.
Oh, you said 2. Okay, good. All right, well then, let's keep recording.
I can call him.
No.
Hurry it up.
Yeah. Ask them what their problem is. Yeah, I guess it would make sense. Probably just to quick do the guitar.
Okay.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And why don't we have you? Yeah, let's look at that from out here first. So we can all come out here. I mean, okay, so I'm thinking. I mean, the key thing is like you're doing all of these eighth notes, right?
Yeah.
And you're sort of. They're not really muted or anything like that, but they're kind of like suggestive of something like that. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if it should be the Fender or if it should be something more like the working dog. That's actually what I was thinking. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do that.
It's got a nice chunky rhythmic
Yeah. I think. Yeah, and it's a little punchier. I think the way that the Fender amp would handle that sort of hollow body tone would be a little bloated, maybe, just a little bit. So.
I'm a little bloated.
Ugh. Let's see here.
My guitar looks nice and
In the Guitar Me arsenal. In the Axe arsenal. All right, so. So let's hear. So go ahead and let's hear that whole thing. Nothing. What's going on? Let's see here. Well, let's see. It might be this. Keep play that jun. Oh, so you don't play with a pick, do you? Okay. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Yeah.
I mean, I could try. I prefer not to, but I can try.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I mean, I think the thing is.
It's just because I feel like this. I guess I could pick it.
You can do it with the bottom fingers too. Like you can hold the pick like this and hold it with your fingers.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think we want to hear. The thing that's good about a pick is it applies like even tone, the same tone to every hit. But I don't know if you're not used to it. Let me hear you really dig in and play that a little harder. It's a nice tone, right? Okay. Yeah, so maybe we'll try this R84 here.
Nice.
Great job. Thank you.
Mariel knows that. She'll tell you.
Cool. Good job. Thank you. Thanks for everything.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's see here. Oops. Pointing it at the wrong amplifier. Super amateur move. All right. So why don't you continue to play that? We'll all see how that sounds in here. What's that?
I said I also have a Royer with me.
Oh, you do? Is it? Which one is it?
121.
Let's see that. Let's try that. This is great.
For everything.
Those do sound, right up on the cap.
Yeah. Do you have a? Does it need a special clip of any sort?
If it's on
I have it.
sure one.
Actually, here's one. This will work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got the shock mount for it.
Oh yeah, let's use that.
That's the top because it fits the little royer badge.
The back's got like a boost at like 10K.
Yeah, the front and back sound a little different.
Probably, because what I'm thinking is, let's see. Stand. Let me grab this stand here. Because maybe what we can do is use the R84 as a room mic.
Around the back of your neck. If you've ridden bikes before, you have this around.
It's like, oh look, another piece of plastic is falling off.
Oh, exactly. It's identical.
So how close up on the cabinet do you guys put this?
Its SBL handling is ridiculous. It's bad when they actually stuck the thing.
Yeah.
It's a royer, so it's a ribbon, but it's a much shorter ribbon. So that the R84 has a pretty long ribbon, and the royer is pretty short. Closer actually to these fat heads have short ribbons in them. You can actually see the ribbon in the back.
And there's orientation,
Yeah, so it's either front or rear draft. Ribbons all have a figure 8. Well, most of them have figure 8, so you can use either one. On both the fat head and the royer, there's differences in sound front to back. Same with the R84, it's a little different. But the royer has a very pronounced difference in sound. So you can try it one way, if you don't like it, you can flip it around.
Let's see here. All right. Off? What's that?
I have a little fat head you can stick on it, the outfit's
Oh, okay.
But actually with an amp, it should be plenty high though.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Let me find. Start taking back some cables here. What pre's do you guys? What pre's do you think I should try use on these? We're gonna do two mics. So, anybody have any? What's that? Sure. Okay.
It's got such a roll off that the high end on the pre doesn't really matter too much.
Okay.
So kind of anything will probably work better.
Let's see here. Yeah, you can move this. Yeah, Pacifica could be good too. So, if to explain what's going on here, we have the Royer 121 right on the cabinet, and then we're using the 440 or the 84 as a room mic, and sort of the same principle is being employed here as what we employ with these, where that mic is not that far away, but since it's got the rejection points of the figure 8 mic sort of rejecting the amp, it sounds like it's really far away. So we'll see how it sounds. And the weird thing about room mics on guitars, electric guitars, is we always record them, and then we really don't end up using them that often in the mix. So, we'll just see. But yeah, go ahead and play that, and we can all come in and listen and see what we're hearing. Yeah, yep. All right, let's see here.
Yeah, if you can actually put it in the phones, one thing that's neat for people is they can actually move it around and hear how much a little difference on where
Oh yeah.
on the cone makes.
Yep. Let's see here, guitar 1. The Royer is a 121, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is going to be...
Trying the Royer with my mandolin when I got when it came in. It just awesome.
Oh yeah.
It pulls off all the harshness out of the mandolin. It just sounds really.
Yeah. For that reason. All right, let's see here. We got. David, you paid with the card, right? Cool. All right, so let's go into 10 or 11. Well, right now it is going straight from the mic. But I think you said you wanted to hear the DW Fern.
Yeah.
Hear that?
Always heard good things about them.
Let's see here. All right, cool.
Got it in before you popped it?
Yeah, definitely.
One of our ribbons blew up.
Yeah. And 29, VT2, 7 and 8 now.
Well, what pre's are you using on which at the moment?
Go ahead and keep playing if you could.
The Fern.
Might be you might want to take that -20 roll off, or that -20 pad. You know what? I must be going to the wrong. Should be going to the VT2. VT2. That's the 121.